Why would I take that risk? I have everything I need. I have money, I have contracts, I have a family, I have my family's name. Do you think I want my son to go to high school in 2012 and somebody to say, oh, Luke Armstrong, your dad got busted?
Right now, on the record, for all of America, the world to hear, have you ever used performance-enhancing drugs?
Of course not.
Never. Not once.
I've always stood up a lot of shit in my life from telling the truth, sharing my honest, motherfucking, unbiased opinion. It's always got me in a lot of trouble. I remember last year, Kayla and Toby took me to Supreme Court. They want to be shut down. I was risking going to prison because the laws in Australia are a lot different to the US, etc. I turned up to Supreme Court. Now this was a big case. This was national TV, front page motherfucking newspapers almost for a week, radio shows, TV press. I turned up, no lawyer, wearing this very fucking thrashed out vegan cotton t-shirt, rode my bike to court. No lawyer, just stood there, did my thing. I personally don't believe, a lot of people disagree with me, a lot of people call me a dumb motherfucker, but I personally believe, if I need a lawyer, I ain't telling the truth. So I choose to represent myself in court. When I used to be a crim, yeah, that's when I used lawyers to try and get myself out of shit I knew I was fucking guilty of. But I knew I wasn't guilty. I was just sharing my honest comments and criticisms, my honest opinion in the interest of the public. And especially my community, safety is number one. So I don't give a fuck if people think I'm an angry cunt or an old cunt or a shit cunt or whatever, because I'll tell you, wear a motherfucking helmet or avoid getting sunburnt or take it easy in the downhills, etc. I don't give a fuck if people think I'm jealous or a fucking hater or making up shit if I call out someone who's a sexual predator after I'm confirmed again and again by people I know, but also by many other people with the same story. People say innocent till proven guilty, whatever. That's often the thing people say so they don't have to buy into that reality that they're fucking wrong. You know, I hear this all the time. This used to be like Lance Armstrong. People say, well, Lance has never been caught, innocent till proven guilty. And Lance knew this. Lance Armstrong is one motherfucking smart fucker. Now, I never hated Lance. I always used to call him out. You know, to my people ask me, think Lance, I'm 100% on the gas. And people, oh, innocent till proven guilty. Dumb fucks. Anyway, Lance used to always use that one. It's like, I've never tested positive. I've never tested positive. I've never ever tested positive. And the dumb fucks go, yeah, he's never tested positive. And Lance used to say as well, what was it? Extraordinary accusations require extraordinary proof. That was on Lance's sound bites, because he had psychologists and smart fuckers going, most cunts are fucking dumb. You can lie to them, you can gank them, you can rip them off. Most motherfuckers want to believe in fairy tales. Most girls want to believe in a charming white knight, whatever. They won't want to believe someone's a sexual predator or a drug user or a gambler or whatever, because they've got that emotional interest, investment. And to break that is very, very hard for some people. So they'd rather say, you're just fucking such and such, versus hear the truth. Same with guys on steroids or whatever. Most people go, he's not on steroids, because they don't want to believe that, because they've got a fairy tale thinking they can achieve that steroid physique without steroids. Or cyclists or swimmers or whatever sport you're talking about. It's easier to fool people than convince them they've been fooled. Does camera zoom in alright? Let's double check that. But anyway, so I don't give a fuck about being sued. I don't give a fuck about sponsored. I sponsor myself. I'm not sponsored by the very fact that I would prefer to speak up and share my honest, unbiased motherfucking opinion than be considered a professional. And I'm not having to go to anyone else. Your life, your choice. I understand. The more dead bodies I've seen in person, the more people with smashed open heads, on the ground, bleeding, dead, soon to be dead. Or I see 2 years ago, I saw a guy die in front of my eyes, man. I saw him take his last breath. And I've just realised that life's fucking short. I could be dead in the next 30 minutes. I could be dead tomorrow. So I don't give a fuck about amassing this massive wealth of money. I would rather amass a wealth of truth and share that motherfucking legacy with people who are conscious, open-minded. I'm not here to make friends, so I don't care who I offend. I'm not here to make friends, so I don't give a fuck who I offend. I'm not here to say what impresses on pond people. I'm here to say the fucking truth and say what needs to be motherfucking said.